Chicago Cubs are at odds of 3-1 to win the World Series, 3-2 to win the National League Pennant, and at odds of -670 to win the National League Central. The Chicago Cubs rolled through the regular season with 103 wins, then beat the San Francisco Giants and the Los Angeles Dodgers to get to the World Series, where they would fall into a 3-1 hole against the Cleveland Indians. However, the Cubs fought back to win their first World Series since 1908, and to boot, it was their 100th season in venerable Wrigley Field. What can manager John Maddon and the Cubs do for an encore? A repeat is definitely on the table. The Cubs' offense can hit with power and average, but furthermore, they seem to know when to get those hits, and that fueled them through the playoffs. Kris, Bryant, and Anthony Rizzo are certified studs, and even though they lost Dexter Fowler to the rival St. Louis Cardinals, they will be in good shape if Kyle Schwarber can stay healthy. He missed basically all of last season due to injury, but with his showing in the playoffs, the Cubs will find a spot for him. The biggest factor that they'll miss from Fowler is the speed, as he led the team in stolen bases, but that was only at 13. The Cubs can make that up somewhere else. Jon Lester showed no signs of slowing down at 33 years of age, and with former Cy Young winner Jake Arrieta in the rotation, it wouldn't be a stretch to say that Lester is the ace, especially in big games. Kyle Hendricks and John Lackey were very good last season, but Lackey is a concern at 38 years old. Mike Montgomery has been called up to the rotation, but if everyone else stays healthy, he can ease into it. Middle relief is strong with Hector Rondon and Pedro Strop after our oldest Chapman returned to the New York Yankees. Wade Davis was brought in from Kansas City to fill the closer role. Last season, the Cubs went a spectacular 103-58, going 57-24 at home and 46-34 on the road. The team was 75-79-8 on the over-under. Some players to watch for 2017? The Cubs have high hopes for Kyle Schwarber, who should get his shot with Fowler gone. Coincidentally, it was a collision with Fowler that ended his 2016 season. Schwarber can play catcher, but with his leg injury, the Cubs will likely switch him to the outfield. With his bat, it's going to be tough to keep him out of the lineup. Jason Hayward's biggest contribution last season was a speech he made during the rain delay in Game 7 of the World Series to his teammates. Remember, Hayward came into the league with high expectations, and he was quite good in Atlanta. But injuries and other reasons have hurt his career, and Hayward is still only 27 years old. He doesn't have to be an MVP, Hayward just needs to chip in on the field. Jake Arrieta avoided arbitration by signing a one-year deal for just about $16 million, which means we could get contract year Jake Arrieta, and that should scare the opposition. Arrieta dropped off a little bit from his Cy Young year, but he was still top 10 in most categories and had 18 wins along with the no-hitter. He could stand to walk a few batters, but Arrieta could be in line for another very big year. Wade Davis has a championship pedigree as he won the World Series with the Royals in 2015, and he had a career-high 27 saves last year. The Cubs split the closer role between Chapman and Rondon last year, but Davis should be good enough to hold it down, which means Rondon can strengthen the middle relief.